Today we're gonna make really cute heart-shaped cookies that are gonna be perfect to give to your special Valentine. So to start, we're gonna take our dry ingredients. Here I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, we'll add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. We're gonna wanna mix that together really nicely. So next, I have 1 stick of room temperature butter. Really important that this is room temperature so you get really nice consistency in your cookies. Next, we'll take a cup of sugar. We're gonna mix this on medium-high for a couple of minutes until the butter and sugar is fully combined and nice and fluffy. All right, so that looks good. Next, I'm gonna add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna mix this a little bit on medium to make sure it's emulsified. All right, that looks nice. Now I'm gonna add our dry ingredients. We're gonna mix this just until it's combined. You don't wanna overwork your dough or it'll be tough. All right, so this is looking good. The dough has just come together and starting to clump. Take this out, we'll divide it in 2 and wrap it in plastic. We're gonna flatten these into 2 discs. It's gonna make it freeze a lot faster and also make it easier to roll out if they're already a little bit flattened. So these are gonna freeze for about 20 minutes until they're firm. So my dough has chilled. My oven's been preheating to 325. I'll start with this disc of dough. And I like to roll this out between 2 sheets of floured parchment. Just take a little flour, sprinkle it on the bottom, a little more on top. This makes it really easy to roll out evenly and also helps with sticking. Pretty good. So next I'm going to take a 2.5-inch heart-shaped cutter, perfect for Valentine's Day. Dip it in a little bit of flour so that it doesn't stick, and then you'll start cutting your cookies. Looks like I'm going to get a perfect dozen out of this half, which I like. You can also use one of these little offsets to get your cookies off the sheet to make sure that they stay nice and intact. We don't want any broken hearts for Valentine's Day. All right, perfect, last one. So now this is gonna go into a 325-degree oven for about 12 to 16 minutes. We'll rotate halfway through. Now some of you might be saying, do I really have to rotate the sheets halfway through? And the answer is yes. Look how beautiful and even these cookies are. They have baked so nicely, they're golden brown all around the edges, and it smells so good in here. So now while these are cooling completely, I'm gonna get started on my royal icing. We're gonna start with 2 cups of confectioner's sugar. 1 more. And to that, I'll add 1 egg white. I'm gonna mix this together. Just start slow because this stuff really will go everywhere. Just until the sugar is dampened. All right, so now we're gonna add a little bit of water. This is a 1/4 cup. We're gonna put it on high speed for about 10 minutes until it leaves a nice ribbon. And this is what we're looking for. It's thickened up a little bit, but it's still kind of runny because we're gonna be dipping these cookies. It doesn't have to be as thick as traditional royal icing. So we're ready to dip. It's so simple. All you do is you take the cookie and you dip it face down into your royal icing. Let it drip off a little bit. You can kind of tilt it around, make sure it's nice and even. Scrape the edges if you need to, and that's it. Now we're gonna let these dry completely. It takes a few hours and maybe even up to overnight. Now on to everyone's favorite part, decorating. We're gonna set them onto a silpat in a little bit of an interlocking pattern. The idea behind this decorating technique is that it's super efficient. Now we're gonna paint over them with some pink food coloring. You just wanna use really light strokes. And go all the way across. It's really amazing how many cookies you can decorate in a matter of moments. And if you have skinnier bristles and it leaves finer lines, you can always go back over the other way to make a nice little plaid pattern. I'm just gonna leave them like this because I think they look really pretty. And next we're gonna add a little bit of luster dust because everything's better with a little bit of bling. that looks pretty nice. I don't know who you're gonna give these cute cookies to, but I think anyone would be really happy to get these as a Valentine's Day gift.